Hello, this is your mayor speaking, Alex. Today, we will be talking about the basics of investing. That might sound pretty interesting, so I said let's get right on into it. All right, so right now we're talking about low risk and how we're going to explain that is through an example. That example is going to be a CD. So, if you buy a CD, basically you're putting a certain amount of money into a CD, and in X amount of years, you're going to be taking it back out, and it'll be practically, more money. All right. So what that means is, if you put $1,000 in, you wait 5 years, you'll get, let's say, $4,000 out, but it comes at a cost. If you need that money, or you need it, for anything in particular, and you have to pull it out early, you get a fee for it, and it's like $200. So as you can obviously, it's low risk, but it does have its risks and its rewards. All right. So let's move right along here. All right. Now we're going to be talking about one of the first steps in our 5 stages. All right. And that should be put and take account. Awkward pause. This is the first saving part. This is the first one you should do out of any step. All right. This is where you basically you make your account and you put the money that you need or you might need, you know, in it. You probably set aside some extra change or cash or some of that for, I'd say, maybe I don't know, $600 at most for like a couple months, and that's basically all there is for that one. All right, let's move right along here. Okay, so the second step, that's beginning to invest. All right, so basically what that means is you start investing in things, not giant things that you could screw yourself over majorly on, but small things that you won't lose money on, or you won't lose that much money on, or very often at all. Because that way you can assure that you'll still have some later on so that, you don't accidentally pay your rent with that investment. All right. Now, what's so cool about this one is the fact that the younger you are, the more of an advantage you get, say. Because if you're 17 years old and you start to invest, by the time you're 40, you'll have made a lot already. You're already on your way to the top. You invest when you're like 30 something, you can obviously see you're going to be investing a while later. So, you know, you don't make it much. Understand? All right, moving right along here. Now we're going to be talking about moderate risk, and how am I going to explain this? Real estate. Let me tell you, real estate is quite the tricky one. All right, it's simple like this: you buy property and you fix it up because most of the time the property you're buying isn't in good condition already. Most of the time, sometimes it can be. The reason that this is a moderate risk is because the risks that come with it are things that it's having problems with, like maybe you have termites or something, or you have to repair the roof, stuff like that. But the reward is just as good. You sell it at just the right price, you'll make a large profit off of it. So, as you can understand, this is why it's a moderate risk. It's risk worth the reward. All right, so we're moving right along here. Now, we're going to be talking about systematic investing. All right, and what comes with systematic investing is practically it's like a schedule. You basically do this to this every day. It's regular, planned investing, obviously. All right, if you keep doing it that way, you're gonna make a decent profit off it. Usually, you invest in things that are kind of risky, but worth it, like stocks and stuff like that. All right, so that's pretty understandable. All right, let's move along here. Okay, and now we're going to talk about strategic investing. All right, now this one's a little more risky, so you should only do it if you have a stable put and take account, which you can obviously read right there. You have got to have extra money. If you don't, you're going to screw yourself over. You're going to end up accidentally using your rent, and yeah, it's just not going to go well. All right, now the key to this is that you must split it up. You can't put all your money into one thing and expect it to give you a good profit. You put your money into multiple things, and your money practically makes its own money. And if that doesn't sound cool, I don't know what is. And of course, it's risky. It's depending on how stocks are going, how all that's going. If it's going down, you're going down. It's going up, you're going up. That's all you need to know about that. All right, moving straight along here. Now we're going to talk about speculative investing, and let me tell you, that is probably the most risky out of all the steps. And it's only for people who have a lot of extra money they can just, you know, practically throw around. All right. The reason I say this is because it's also the stage you're going to make the most money. As you can obviously see, the pattern here, the more risky it is, the more money you're going to make out of it. The reason I say this is because speculative investing goes with gold and art, and those two products by themselves are practically changing daily. They cost more one day, and they cost less the next day. So it's a really risky business. You know, should you buy this now, or will it cost less tomorrow? Will it cost more tomorrow? You don't know. That's the point of why it is so risky. So you have to be really careful with that. It's more like a guessing game, I guess you could say. All right, moving right along here to the last slide. And this is high risk. Goes straight along with what we just talked about. High risk has things like gold and art. The reason it's such a high risk is because you could really screw yourself over if you don't have that extra money that you could just push along. I mean, say you want to buy some gold so you can sell it to someone else, but it costs a bunch today. You're not freaking out, you know. You're sure it's going to cost a bunch more tomorrow, but it doesn't. The problem there is then you have to pay for that. And if you pay for that, and you pay for this, and you pay for that, all of a sudden you're homeless and living in a shoe. All right. The reason I say this, it's very, very unpredictable. You don't know the outcome. You don't know what's going to happen. This is why you should only do this if you're really experienced and you know what you're doing, or get someone to do it for you, which is why money is cool. All right, that's all I got to say tonight. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.